Please tell us your name.
Lobsang Khedup.
Lobsang Khedup.
His Holiness the Dalai Lama asked us to record your experiences so that we can share your memories with many generations of Tibetans, the Chinese, and the rest of the world. Your memories will help us to document the true history, culture, and beliefs of the Tibetan people. Do you give your permission for the Tibet Oral History Project to use this interview?
아니 가시 나라서 군대 제니 아니 데스피게 냠유치 사송스 냠유드나 가서서 군대게 잠링 차장기 모시회라 아니 가서래 나라서 망부지기 지가서래 릭슈이네레 나라서 그 철로이네레 두저 탈라 아니 가서래 토나요야 아니 저 베베 미리기 제도 아니 디톨라 키랑게 자치서 가서래 저기 디 프로젝트라 oral history of projects 야디 딜라 아니 coming down to service 지가서래 조tilek yes I can.
Thank you for offering to share your story with us. During this interview, if you wish to take a break or stop at any time, please let me know. If you do not wish to answer a question or talk about something, let me know.
디나고이나 디소라나스 아니 인게디 디나야 카메치 카셰 그냥 손 사버체디 손이 맞아버리잖아 양소치 소라나스.
If this interview was shown in Tibet or China, would this be a problem for you?
게디디 티베트랜디 페다 자날 템버치나 디키나르 케뇨타 뇨타 야게 네수 여르베스 용르베스. No, it won't.
We are honored to record your story and appreciate your participation in this project.
아니 안소 디키랑게 조틀레 코에디 고가라바디 베마시 가보촌스 아니 토치 체슈고 인스티토.
Lobsang La, could you please tell me when you were born, what year you were born, and where was your birthplace?
Lobsang La kina 투사 카네임베 아니 투사 사자디 민카리임베 디직손토 투르베.
Just a Thai race. Thai Sandu.
The place is called Thaya.
Thai Sandu.
Samdu.
Sandu. Thai the Magon Pogos in yours.
There's two types of Thaya.
Magon Pogon.
Maya.
Mago.
Mago.
Pogon.
Pego.
Pogon said there is.
And I'm from Pego.
Thank you. And what was the nearest temple or monastery to you?
Tanya should can get like Tanya should combine it, Chutain it, Caribbean.
Just a Thai Pogon to do Gombares. Pogon to do Thai Gomba Chifi Chagore. It is Jawasaman to make Shanghai Lhasa Chuana yours.
Pego is the largest monastery there.
I see. And Lobsang La, please tell us, what did your family do for a livelihood in Kham?
아니 롭살라기 능미 피게 거슬에 두고 컨데스테고 그래서
Yeah, Himbares. Himba.
They are farmers.
They're farmers. And can you tell us a little bit about their village? Was it a large village or small? How many families live there?
디 컨데레사 아니 총기 가서 디 총세 친주시래 능미 거제요래 능미 준비에 컨데레사.
Thai Tumba Chifiris.
It's quite a big, large village.
Namilane, Pinja Gabatangani.
And in my family, I have a bigger brother. And
Pama.
Kidla Chedre.
La ngi yenda ngel gemaris nga
And
chufiris.
I have an elder brother, and I'm the younger one.
So, and you are in the middle. 3 brothers and you're in the middle?
Ni ni.
Pinya Nirwa, 2 brothers.
A bigger one and a
Kiran
younger?
Kimadirve,
Mari.
Marwa.
Ni che do nga chu.
Just me and myself and my brother.
older brother.
Yes.
Ah, your older brother. And can you tell us a little bit, what was it like to grow up in your village?
And Pigget Tawonchudas and a candidatus Yamnuchos.
Swala.
No, Mari Tawonchu that Channel and Yamnu candidatus.
Ale. Da nga chunju kan la ane nalia pevek pei dan tene jan chun che ya che. Ane tena yi ki karso da nang zemo che ya za ro tini pu timato yenda ke che wa yo mares.
When I was growing up there, I had a chance to go to school. And as to play with the other kids there. Chidan Yamnu Shabakari.
So,
Did you allow chunju res?
That time I was just a child. I was pretty small.
was the school a private school?
The lapta the mixed karesa.
Geg
lapta
geg ladder che net anju kam la ya tayan tide yo mares.
No, in
So
Kham we don't
nang-
have any private schools.
nang ki gegen ke ta en ladder zu chen nga dang e roba tin di che lo de che ores nam
Oh, we hire kind of a tutor in the house and take studies. I mean, learn.
Why do you think your father wanted, or your parents wanted you to study?
Kirangi Pamasogi Lobsang Khedup Dongretsang nasa.
lo je che gwa ki jun se na ta ter wa so su meri ta so su ki ene me sang ki ma be zin shon che ya ta de sam tan yo sa res.
Because to keep our culture and to
So nan san
La.
nan san zin shon che sa so nan me de mun tu ne baba me na pu gu yan zin shon che che wo ro.
to keep our generations going on.
So when did life change in your village? Was there any circumstances that made things different for you?
Ani pige shube kabla khamla ani mezena la jo khandestos usa.
Ta
Jo chumbuchi khandestos.
da tene nga je pu kan tangi ki bana lo jon che tende che na debe kan la to ja jamile veres konde le du ni san lo re kanji to jo ro to has.
Yeah, when the communist Chinese invaded Tibet, then everything changed, and there was a whole lifestyle got changed. It was different.
Lobsang La, how many years or what years were you in school? From what age to what age?
Kono kane bato kina lapta yubesa.
Lo tu samba tene ngo zu ne lo ta juice padu.
Probably like I was 6 at that time, until I was 10.
Till 10.
I was in school.
And why did you stop going to school when you were 10?
Lochula kina lapta zamshago yumzen khares.
Ta tene jamile veres.
At that time, the Chinese came,
En juwa che mi yin za ngan
There was
zu
a lot of
pama
changes.
da zama Lhasa shol ya peul de.
and my parents had to flee to
Okay.
India.
India mar da Lhasa.
Lhasa. And my parents had to flee to Lhasa, sorry.
So if you went to school to age 10, that would be about 1949. So you're 10 years old. What did you remember or see with your own eyes? Did the Chinese come to your village? Basically, what did you see at age 10?
갑때 그냥 로추스 인기래서 로추스 그 이네 갑때라 되게 냠뉴 가르사서 난다 레바나를 숙주모 가르대도 없어.
Jamilens. Tati lebakan Chayana Jamilene and Jamiki Kusatela Utepe Search. Chayana Jami Kusa Utepe Jamike Jami Pember Utepe Utepe Seate Tananga Salia and Chayanank Sisepchin Jami Koyache Jamile. And the mom without some lane, Korabum, but the Anjunal de Gores.
At that time, then in Dayab, the village where I live,
Dayab.
yes, there was a Chinese officer called
Utepe.
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 And he was kind of the sort of, what to say, Chijapsana.
He
was like the head of the army there.
And what happened?
And they made the headquarters in my house.
That is. And it do Thomas Levekan,
At the beginning, they were very kind, they were very nice. They were giving gifts to my kids, and they were helping the other public. And they said that they were going to help the poor people. So our main purpose is here to help you people.
And then what happened?
Then he got a promotion, and he became a head in Chamdul. Some official head in Bhutan. He became a Bhutan, which is one of the highest position.
In Chamdul.
And once in a while he used to come down to visit us. And he used to bring us a lot of gifts, like tea and all. Then after, when we were about to head to Lhasa, then everything changed. And even the attitude changed, and we couldn't recognize them.
Whose attitude changed?
The Chinese officers.
The Chinese.
The Chinese.
But what made your family want to leave your family home in Kham to go to Lhasa?
아니, 캄 샤니 사살 도보에 좀제 칼레서.
다 감라 롱바 재미 제단 때는 야보 연구해 봐. 다들이야 위쇼 라스쇼리 아침이나 아니 또 레와제진 두체그레스.
Because
강일 줘야지도.
Because they could see clearly that the Chinese were not doing not came here to do anything good to us, and they had the feeling that something terrible is going to happen, and that's why they headed headed to Lhasa.
That's why we, our family. You mean
we family, yes.
Your family. That's why we headed back.
Yeah, my family.
Were you were how old? 10, 11?
Probably I was like 12.
About 12. Can you remember the Chinese in your house?
아, 댕기도?
Yes.
댕기도 야보 잡아야 댕기도 휴마 동바 좁아 댕기 봐야 댕기도.
I can remember the bad thing and the good things of what they did to
Can
my
you
family.
can you tell me about when you were a little boy, about 12? Were there bad things that happened, or was that later?
아니 그냥 홀로 죽기 이메까블라 근데 누가 가르쳤어 재미기 비치게 정도에서
대지 배도 자랑 제요 말에.
they went doing terribly bad things.
아니 안주살 코란 뻔보데 데디 뻔보데 오만 뭐지 도스. 코란 그 나쁘고 인자 날 가르라고서 군주 상화체 저랑 좀 로고레스 대요 말에서 두번 양거레스 알라뇽스.
So there was a lower ranking Chinese officer who advised us that you should leave.
He warned you.
He warned. So yes.
What do you remember what it felt like to have to pack up your belongings and move to Lhasa? What did that feel like or seem like to you?
다소서 그치가 나네 잘라도 소잡 두즈는 세메날 갈삼소.
나 소수 나리아 창원지 대제사지 소수 롱발이야 나한테 창원 롱발 연구여 왔으면 쓰이네. 다때 ያን 로군지 기본다면도.
Yeah, after in your home, you see all those changes and like packing up and all thing. I didn't feel very good and kind of felt sad.
Do you remember how your mother felt and what she said and your father felt? And
Dikapte kelulage ani palamla that kanderchika dikapte nezu khande netan khande yumedik tanda tenangdoe.
아, 되게도.
Yes, I remember.
what did they feel?
아빠가 아마 상마 그때 대단 되게 배봐. 아니 로고여 봤지. 아주 라제지도 아주 세네 앞에도 좀 쉬었어.
Because my dad and my mom tells that it's not safe here and that it's better to go leave, and they also kind of said a few words to them.
Yes. Did you think that you were going to be able to go back home someday?
Samsung.
그때 아주 상마를 왔다 알아요.
Yes, everybody thought that.
Everybody thought. And do you have any idea what was the danger that official was trying to warn you about? What did he say was going to happen that you should run away from?
아니 재미 본보 전다 그냥 랍자땡이 지어봐. 되게 지나는 다 대나 년가 가려를 제게라서에서.
라소스. 가르스는 코란 자나링에만 코란스 나다 네타 빼야보여스. 코란 부간 에네타도 마쇼센도 제니 코란 라메 버센도 차송 남 상말 다에메 버치 바바 아마 참마세 두두 자체스 때인데 찬스 로버스 두슬라스.
Yes, she mentioned about the same experience that he had in the past in his own village or whatever village, that when the communists came, they were separated from their parents, that he was separated from his parents, and many were killed, and their property were taken away. And, yeah.
So this was actually a Chinese official that told you this, a younger official, correct? Junior.
Junior officer. 디 가서래 개미 본부디게 니 가서래 개미 본부를 하러 와.
그래.
아니 고사 가르래서.
딱 도시도 이니바들.
이니바들 와. Yes, a Chinese officer who had some sort of a rank.
코란을 기부시 땅지는 아주 야보제가 받던 하고서.
And I know that he was telling the truth.
Do you have any remembrance of where he came from in China, like what city or province?
That the other thing, 가사디 재미 본부디 Quran lumba khane yome da phai Quran ki jong khane yeme this share ni ma. Yomara. No.
So when you left your home, was it your family only, or did you tell other families to come with you? And how did you, yeah.
Khedup now shana dusane nang ta Khedup da nang mi su na shana dusane. Thank you chugo dus chene pa pewin ba ya nang mi shamat de nim do ru shin pe.
nganzu Chamdul yung Chamdul ni jemi ki motasum tachesun le den na lo
Mare. Khedup like nang mi chugo pewre ya nang mi pewan
lare
mi shamat ye.
nge te shu jen Chamdul ni ya yundu med dun ta na ya zu nyan de yores.
Altogether we were like 75 members.
So that was very visible. You couldn't sneak away. You had to do it publicly. Did anybody try to stop you?
Ani di soso company to have marwa.
Yeah.
That this was some of that 30 cheni those cheni do a dorwa. And it is gemi ke kanye din da
Te kap
to show mare se.
kaptel tin jemi ki te din rowina ke ke te chini yores.
At that time, no, nobody stopped us or we had any trouble going.
I'm curious, why do you think that very high official didn't want you to leave? Do you think he had any plans for your father in the village?
아니 pombo chejiyo wa. 되게 ni 랭게솔라 인데 센터에서 다 그 차시 가리에 그냥 게 하고 있어요. No, I have no idea.
No idea.
Yeah.
So, do you have memories of that journey? And can you tell us what happened on the journey and how long it took?
On the that company that's about pay 그거와 랑가디 버루라 냠요 카리사에 디 팅도에서.
당한지 재미 못하나 이거레스.
We took a ride on a Chinese
motor lane.
vehicle.
젠 모터베드 데르달 마미 따테치 못했네.
It's a big army truck.
지두 아니 랑갈 장모지.
And it was really cold.
덴데 인사 먼저 부를 베데 바르저 비제 미 토에베지 칸 토에베지.
We had
도시
to
요젠.
wear a face mask. Kind of like a
도시
face
윤두
mask.
캔서 비시부지 뭐 도시.
So it was kind of very strange.
What did you take with you from your home?
나네 카리카리 키워서.
나는 무시 개야마다 소소 공원라보다 덴데 마토 때 이네 아주 단계 휴변하기 힘박 때 인자 누츠마 재밀 파테 재밀잔 자다 다야 총지지 모던 케시래요.
And because we were farmers, we had to give all our wheat. We gave all our wheat to the Chinese, and in place of that, they gave us silver coins. Daya, it's called daya, and tea.
And did you have to pay for that truck ride to Lhasa?
아니, 이 모터들 재미 모터들은 페도전에 모터들을 렘버 떼고요. 떼고와. Yes.
For tea. So, what did you take from your home? Did you take any belongings from your family?
그래서 나네 이제 그 잘안네 키베.
나는 또 케어로 왔대 당한 부인서 히라 돈한 지급에
So I was just a
파마이트
child, so I can't recollect what we took.
So, did you go all the way from your home to Lhasa by truck, all the way?
아니 나라서 파유네 사서부터 찾아 못하나 해.
라레.
Yes.
Okay, so this was before. Let me just get what year this would have been.
이 로카도 가와서.
You were about 12 years old.
지난 로
지
중이
로 중이
So that would have been 51. Now maybe
Page,
51,
53,
53 maybe?
53.
1953, okay. And had there been any violent attacks in the Kham area in Cham or Chengdu or anywhere before that? Any Chinese attacks?
디 갑데라 다디니라 캄라 데데 싱루네 개총소에 No,
Not in your area.
no.
Okay. And you went all the way by truck?
All the way
All
by
the way.
truck. Yes.
Do you have any memories of when you arrived in Lhasa, what it was like for you to see that?
And it has a jodu스네 직 딜레 지난 챵바카르도.
라선 조디 안주 로사 세바스는 조샤스.
We reached Lhasa on the third day of the Tibetan New Year.
지디 단다 라사 모람 대사 모람 추여자.
And at that time, there was a big Tibetan religious festival going on called Molam.
대인자 안주 저 가사 되네 안주 나르파 모던 저 주면도.
And at that time, where we stopped to our destination in Lhasa, we could not go because of that ceremony was going on.
대인자 안주 라사 예배 자여 참막 로바치 잘라 참 오르체소스.
And then from there, a lot of people helped us carry our belongings to our home.
So tell us about Lhasa. How long did you live in Lhasa?
And that's all the 냠유 가리가리 싸서
단
주름 löschuwa.
라사라 아니 자여기 단디 자여 라랑키 리홍당 참마 요레스 대장에 빨라기 리홍 샬레난 요레 만 다와 순치된 아니 단다 라토 마치베스 잡아체베스.
In Lhasa, there was like a Thai monastery, like a branch office there, and he stayed there.
And
And my dad worked there. And after 3 months, I became a monk there.
Really? What you said there was a what kind of monastery?
Ratoe
Monastery.
Ratoe.
Daya.
Yes.
How do you
Contested Thaya. 좀 공부하대 민가사.
단당아 라사 제
라사.
라토e 모나스트리 명코트 요레. 단다 명코트 요레. Ratoe Monastery.
RATHU.
What sect is that?
The
Gelup.
It is
Gelup.
Gelupa.
And he said there's one in
Mongkot.
Mongkot.
Oh, right.
Yes.
Same in Mungkut. Okay. And so after 3 months, I became a monk. Was it that
Yes.
soon?
I became a monk.
Monk. And why did you become a monk?
잡아 가르친 나.
다 밤에 잡아치지 나서.
My parents put me there.
Your parents put you there. Can you tell us about the experience for you to be a young monk?
아니 잡아 제외값 때 냠유 가르쳤어.
다 잡아치지라 망치와 용루 가벼운하 뭐전체 그랬어.
I had to take a lot of tests, a lot of memorize a lot of text, memorizing, and take a lot of tests.
Why do you think your parents wanted you to be in the monastery?
아니 파마 속에 잡아 제고에 염색 가르쳤어.
다 피체 내사나 다 뒤수 야부 작음해 왔지. 된데 인자 다 뒤에 최저로 도스 양진이 주년에 지나디 개변 지휘 부를
Probably my parents thought that now the situation looks dim and doesn't look good. So if they sent me to the monastery, it would be good that take a religious path.
And what did you feel about going to the monastery?
공부를 주도서는 견한 가르쳤어.
옛날 게 쌓이면도 다 밤에 돈도 남아 나있지 침베레스.
I didn't feel very much. I thought my parents sent me there, I guess.
이네 때 남바들라 펜토 침보 휴슈 야스가라나.
But it benefited me a lot.
가레스나 잡아제면나 자이나 말로요레스. 자이나 로인 단데 타요 말레스. 잡아제면사가 내 단데 타버로 왔어. 자가라.
Tibetans,
자갈 타버로 왔어. 저도
자갈
왜 shum버로 왔으면나 날 말레나 타고마로 왔어.
yeah, and because I became a monk, I had the opportunity to escape.
And how long were you a monk in that monastery?
Tibetans 가제
와중하고 보도.
till 1959.
So 8 years.
Logie.
라레라.
Yeah. Did it help you to be a monk that your father had already sent you to school and you were studying? Did that help?
아니 파마조 키나 랍달타 체 디게 펜토스네 타바치도.
앞에 펜토.
Yes.
주글로전 제알라 도마 nga 베베 이게 야보 마키나 장애요 말로.
Yes, because you have got to be able to read and write
Exactly.
to understand
Yes.
the disc.
I did want to ask you, when you were in school back home as a little boy, what classes were you taking? What were you learning?
아니 가진 키나 랍다 페베캅데라 나라 랍다 드베캅데 가자 나라 랍다 저소라 이게 장고와 이갑데 직 계지직 튀어 고에 제샤사 이갑데 가르장 거스
이게 로야 제야
제야 writing and reading Tibetan
At Tibet.
see that nikeo maro
여 말.
So in the monasteries, did they just teach reading Tibetan, or did they teach reading and writing Tibetan?
아니 고메나라 로야 주고 랍고레 로야 다 티야치 니잘 고르와
거만나 말다 라다칸.
말이 고메나라
거만나로레 쭉. 와
티야다 로야 니자
대야다 로야 그게 말이 쭉 로야 집으로.
로야 주고
베자 땅 베자 마티 데로 야 두스젠 아니 용 가병아 로지로 왔어.
로야 다 티야 니잘 고르와
라다.
reading and writing.
In the monastery, okay. So tell us, when does your life change? And first of all, what's happening to your family? You are a monk. You have an older brother and 2 parents. What do they do in Lhasa? What happens to them?
아니 결과 지난 비에 공부하려와 아니 지난 공부하려래 이렇게 파마수다 빈자수 가르치고 그랬어.
다니 비자 gemma 여바티 nga즈베 야 마용 별 마용 칸네 제미키 베이징 마 로존 로거체 로존 로조
My elder brother,
로존 로조 제베
my elder brother,
중베레
before coming to Lhasa, the Chinese sent him to somewhere in China for studies.
안데 테토요 마르스
And
중베레
after that, we never met. And Pama,
아니 파마타 옆에 네 다기 쉬브나 유서 나 잡아 인사 레벨 마도 네 빨라 아니 다 자갈수 벼야 차기 나제네 자이나 말로버스 자야 말로네 제믹 정하나 센체
and my father, he went back to Thaya, which is my hometown in Kham. And then he was planning to flee south to India, but wasn't successful. The Chinese arrested him.
아니 죽주레지 받정하지 죽주레지로 중요하지
Till 68, he was imprisoned.
에 아마 아주 자간년들래요 그랬어 아마
Nimdo. And my mother, together we managed to slip into India.
Lot of loss. Did your brother go to China before you left your town? before you went to Lhasa? Was he sent to China?
Khedup Lhasa nyene jojo pa janal chin sarbe.
Abe janal rogo jemi larwa.
La
janal lojon rogo yus larwa.
Khedup
drot to ma drum sari ngam dedu kan yudire ya mayung kan.
Mayongara before he left.
Did your family have a choice? First of all, how old was he? And then did your family have a choice, or was he compelled to go by the Chinese?
아니 디캅데라 jojo lokazere 아니 인지미지 도래 인지미 maternity gore.
Lojon la janal.
No, jojo.
Jawachi rogo la gores loni senga.
He was compelled to go.
How-
And lokazere.
Loni senga.
He was 25 at that time.
25.
Yes.
So he was a lot older than you. You were 12.
Kira 중이제.
Yeah, he was 12 years older. He was.
Kira gem바르도.
Re.
Was he told why they were sending him and what they hoped he would do from
Ora.
his studies?
kira jojo general도 스토리스 전에 저 도고에 가르친 도고에 전에 준대시에서 왔어.
자연날 여be mesan chewa samaki. Ta yorwa loni zanga ya leni me posa sama jemi machok lojon te ya chido inimi rogo yus katan matutil deba cha ya mare.
Yes, he was compelled to go. We had no other options, and it seems like every family who has a child who's over 25 years old, I mean, especially the families with little ranks or higher ranks, they took kids from there and said that they are going to China to study the new communist ways.
The new communist ways.
Yes.
And you said you never heard from your brother again?
아니 주저 전에 균에 내다 균에 거야 말와.
Ya mare.
No.
Drumber. Teni drumber. Drumber.
Then he
Dead.
Korwa,
La-
Chombo Korwa,
Sure.
he heard that he passed away.
In China?
Janala.
Yeah.
Janala
Janal samarita.
Janala Chomare.
Janal marita.
Pelchon.
No de
Pelsolen Chore.
mar banda.
Nala.
Janal lo yitanga chin rogo larwa. Roe tam drum mando rawayo
Rawayo
marwa.
marwa.
De tendri chen mando kan drumber. Janal mando kan.
Ale yanjob to Pele.
Marme jaga machin kan.
Janala Majagon Chore.
Oh re. Cheso.
Ale Janala
Chinga mar.
Chinkorea.
Chinga mar.
Oh, he never left Kham to study in
The brother
the brother
never left Kham.
left Kham.
So
And he passed away in Kham.
I
I thought, yeah. Yet, Janala to Slopson Cheratar is Chini so some Marwa.
Janal lo chen rogo res.
Doris. Oh,
Ta yenda roba sama tarwa.
The
Ta koran
Quran.
rodo chi du kora drumber. Ta peje tik kani nang
I see.
sentence.
So he said that many of the families, the high-ranking family, Tibetan families, sons, daughters, whoever were over like 25 years old, were sent to China. And the Chinese insisted him that he also has to go for further studies. I mean, like for communist. But he didn't go. But at the time when he decided to go, because of too much stress in his mind, that he had to leave, then he died.
killed himself.
Yes. No, he didn't. Kuna 시제 말아.
Mar.
나니
Lao ta
semdegi.
peje te sang an ju chen de lag ben ro. Heart attack de slag to.
Probably he had a heart attack or something. It's too much stress.
Too much stress. He didn't want to go.
kuna doya devoya 말아.
Yeah, man.
Yes, he didn't want. He had no desire to go.
So, I could understand why your family wanted to get you out of Kham and into Lhasa.
아니 결국 제가 표현의 밥집 가서라 타려기 자식이 어디 파막 니에 고속도 싸.
Yeah, exactly. Now, I want to hear about the father, just very briefly, and then I want to... he went back. Why did he go back to his village? What was he hoping to do? And who arrested him and where?
Yeah, he went back because we had some property there, and to go to, it's a long journey, so they had to have some, stuff to make the long trip.
And the Chinese arrested him, and where did they imprison him?
아니 개미가 그런 룩주제, 발라주제, 아니 고발을
Chamdul.
in Chamdul.
In Chamdul? Why was he arrested?
가르친 주에서.
다 내마 범무chen.
Because he had some sort of a rank.
And did you get like a letter from him? How did you and your mother know that he was in prison?
아니 paradox전에 정하나 여다 내단주 내주디 컨데스 코스서.
발락 정하나 년도 유행에 망보 슈 단당아주 자갈 추돌래요 그랬어. 단대 자갈래요 이렇게 시제래요 그랬어.
콘즈. Yeah, because many other fellow Tibetans, who knows my dad, and many are also in India, and they keep on hearing. He keeps on hearing. I heard from them.
I see. So if we go back to your story, you're in the monastery, and your mother is living in Lhasa, and the Chinese invade Lhasa, attack Lhasa. What do you decide to do?
Dikapte Kham Gobenache, Amla Lhasa Yorwa, and Gemigiti Singdruchon we Kaptela, and he Kira Karnambaso.
Sintru to Jozolia, Peving Jela, Majung.
So we heard that the Dalai Lama has also fled to India. So hearing that, we left. We left.
So you were about 20 years old?
19 years old.
19. Okay. And does your mother joins you? And are you with other people?
아니 아마님도 이와.
아마요래.
안데 미샤밭 망보여.
야, 아메 기타 아메 빈작 부단지 와까는 주바지 또 제라.
Yes, my mother was along together, and there are many relatives from my mother's side, and many other fellow Tibetans.
And so, Lobsang Lao, can you please tell us how your story continues? When you leave Lhasa, where do you go, and tell us how your life develops from there.
He escaped from, we started from Ratoe.
Then
we reached
Lhasa.
There was a pass called
Mangola.
It's very steep and what do you say? You had to. It's kind of very treacherous, to cross. Dangerous.
When midday to spot in Droya, men Droya nearly. Then Sinjin Tadan Tindegan you have dent Martin Kanga 대강 신경 도서야 양 신경 마chen 만자자시 두 전전 라제고야 단년갑배 맨망보 가나 쇼야 신경
was
망보
kind of,
가나 잡으랬어.
a hard, what to say, climb, because we had to put some sort of a platform in front of us to make sure that it's stable, and then we had to slowly but slowly we had to cross like that. But many fell and died.
근데 차산 슈비나 뜻이 저예요 말했어. 이 도도 슈비나 먼저 벽 산산의 벽인데 다시 쪼지요. 남상 다시 쪼지. 단단데 가서 그게 너 당원 레드 지지만 하여 말 사마 양사르스.
If I tell you all in detail, it would take very long. So to make the story short, we had like 18 mules or horses when we started the journey, and when we reached Tawang, which is the Indian border, there was just one mule left.
How many people started and how many survived?
Because
아주 아주 나사라기부터다라 매 정하세요레스 시다 매 동사모 요레스.
From our family, we had like 15, but from altogether, probably like a couple thousands.
Really?
Thousand, yes.
Uh-huh.
And kaze joinba king marwa. Kaze mazata. And he doesn't know how many couldn't make it.
How many of his family?
아주
made it?
무사마일 레베레스.
Kina to nami jonga chalan thar.
나미 좋다리.
Yes, his whole family made
Made
it.
it. Oh, that's good. So, how does your life? What happens to you next when you get into India?
And then any jagal tallerwa.
라리.
And then any khar.
자갈은 아주 무사마리스야 자가 용때
And then
뉴마 캄바제 뉴마 캄바.
then we reached Musamari, which is a town or village in India.
Yes.
And then they were given bamboo to make huts.
이제 캄바 쳔보르레나 미자자자 주야.
And they made bamboo huts, pretty large ones, where like probably 100 people could fit in.
타만도 니에워스
And
니에탄도.
we had to sleep side by side.
And 타오페요레스.
And it was really humid and tropical.
제디 자용단다 꾸타다 파자마. 그거부터 근데 야다 그냥 되면 이게 그것도야 그래요 벌써.
And they gave us some sort of white pajamas and shit because we could hardly wear what we brought from home. It was too hot.
엠베 마모시르스.
And a lot of people died in Musamari
And 엠베 마모냐
because
바차.
of the humidity and not.
The heat and exhaustion.
Exhaust. 가르치는데서 당신의 실에
사와 쳔보치니 벤디 소소 롱바쇼 센젠시 세조보치니
probably it's
뉴바차니.
because of the heat. And many are stressed out.
And Lobsang Lao, how does your story? What continued? Continue.
And then
Where do you go next?
되네 거예요.
아, 되네 아주 단다 박사. 루바다 자가 산사 박사시야. 내가 내로다 겐데도 정황이.
Then we went to Basa, which is between India and Bhutan.
데라 단 남베게 아주 최다 리요 정말 재미 매버지서 뒤자소지야지 기동하자세 잡아 기동하자지 이기노 송진 비 뒤자버레스.
네, 공부자래.
고마스나타 정하나로 데사 이야다 댄서 정말 잡아도 좀 기동하자 로지 최고 로지 냐수지야지.
되게
별명으로와 다티 자와야 선자진 냐수지야지.
정하로.
기동 아주 데서 참 정하래. 에마 네로다 겐데츠 인지칸 정화 주사.
So in Baso, there was kind of like a jail where they lived in, and about
기동하자.
about 1,500 monks were in this facility, and they started preserving their culture and religious
practices.
Yeah.
And do you stay a monk for how long?
And Tabajane kaze gyurung shua.
데네 두신 마사네 엔 용야 이게 조선스 가자 용.
Then we received a letter from the government.
가진 조제네
Government-in-exile.
완전 비게 따도신 된주요레스. 된주 이게 된주 아게 단지 상이처럼 다른 사람 레젤라든 로버스 용 쇼스무도 라송.
He got a letter saying that that he has to go to Dharamsala for some stuff. Some sort of official education.
And then?
Then I went to Dharamsala.
Just tell him to continue the story.
And so on. That was the year was 1963.
And
then I went and studied in this government staff school for about a year.
And logic jela than the hiriki danger logical gegen daguminduschen and the legela than temporary yachen than dollars gegen dollars.
They needed some teachers at the education department, and I was sent there.
And dollars low soon debres.
And then I went to Dalhousie, which is another hill station in India, and I worked as a teacher there.
Then young to Peveres, Dharamsala.
Then again I returned back to Dharamsala.
And children live lazy Peveres.
Children
religious department. Religious department.
I worked at the religious department. Religious
department.
Probably like 7 years I worked there.
Then 가르쳤어. then I 배용 the 소중 요와 parliament 소중 쟤는 소중로 있음이 제버렸어.
Then I worked at the exile government's parliament.
In what capacity?
Secretary.
Correct, secretary.
Secretary.
As a secretary.
About 3
years.
About 3 years.
Then Kahyak Kadum Lero Loni Teores.
Then I worked for the Tibetan cabinet for like 2 years.
Then Beril Yingoltanasons.
Then I went down, they sent me down to Bir, which is another small village near Dharamsala.
Karesanas Beril Sani Yumeta and the Pemiparul Manjambata did the Toscani Shumberes.
There was some problem with the local and the Tibetans, so I had to solve that problem. They sent me.
Did you solve it?
And they kind yes.
At this point, Lobsang La, you are a government official. Have you been elected or appointed in this position?
He was elected.
Elected.
I mean, the government.
The government selected
him.
Selected you.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit during these years? We're talking about what are we talking about? In the 1960s, 70s, 1960s?
더 잘나야 돼.
yung lega cheni chido ge chuchu reso
Since 1963.
1963. Okay. And you're working there, starting in 1963.
Yes.
Yes.
1963 la go through. Yes.
So,
Yes.
so
Sorry.
what is the feeling or the tone of the Tibetan government in those years? What is are people excited? Are they discouraged? Are they frightened? What is the atmosphere like in the heart, in people's hearts?
At that time?
Yeah.
아니 디캅데라 알아서 미마저기 섬진알라 디캅데 가르도사 즉 러와르 디캅데 가르도사 제때다 답 베셔사 스테이지 미마사 섬진알 가리메 미마치당기 미만
memang sidang memang ki ta kari ine a주 베디시 소소 ki jakarta ameriki dondalia tazu chebate dembata dedinsa nimachi jakarta chen denden ganzu 별로에 이거를 산두고 되어서
Well, many of the public among most Tibetans, they have a great hope that they'll return back to Tibet one time, sometime in future. They all have that expectation, and they know that the Chinese forcefully occupied their land. I mean, which they think it's against the international law.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And are people excited about trying to develop a government and rule their country outside of Tibet if they have to be there anyhow?
디캅데라 답해봐서 망체 지커스레 수수기 다 흉지 주고요. 지그 직지 제고요. 내게 다 지커스레 심슈다 디캅데라 여르베서.
요래 배쯤
Yes, at that time there was a strong desire to establish something like that.
Was there
among all Tibetans?
Was there any country that was helping the Tibetans establish a government in exile?
디캅데라 말아서 배워서라 갸교치네 흉지주 흉이네 가리네 즉 수야기 갸교치네 롱게가 근데 여러분서 디캅데
갑텔라 용제 젠데 자슈 젠이 자가 기본라고 레스
At that time, India was the only country.
가야센타 시작하던 로초 만보로 바치고 레스 마도 오피셔진 용제 젠 진이 요 말이스
We were getting a lot of aids from different countries, but officially India was helping us.
얘네 자가게 해나지고 도망 아주 디파트먼트에서 라초고 말이야.
But at that time, India also was taking some precaution. It was not kind of really official. It was not considered like a department or like.
Were there any, with so much new and so many new people, were there conflicts going on among the people about how to run the government?
아니 디캅데랑아라서 페베나라니 파서 초가네 여러사 지 슝주다데 디그민도 지자 녀타데 게 총소사
윤수단 디마슬라니 요 말에
No, not
요 말이 이나 나쿠 또 심만디바텐데 요레스
But yeah, there were little disagreements between Tibetans, but not too bad.
Yene kaptela Bögyung leje dans Lehung ka sane da Chamal da dodo jing huna yaborsang dos chedu Chamal rosung lojila jagum bumunga dangores.
And at that time, the expense, at that time, the total expense for running a government-in-exile in India was only like 500,000 Indian rupees.
Dangores. Anjel Paul Chagana, Dagil Komonga Jungani the Anajores.
And my salary was about $1 a month.
Like $1 US? Yeah, $1 US a
Yes.
month? How, were you still a monk?
Did Khedup 잡아요.
Tomanga
Dikapte
Tabachidu Tomanga Lebekan Tabare.
Yes.
Tabaime Mati Gidobundula, Sojon and Ronios.
Yes, at that time I also used to accompany His Holiness on ceremonies and all.
On sermons and everything?
Yes.
What was His Holiness like in those days?
Dikapte kundu kande touch kosre. Dikapte kande kundu tour kande shi samgudosa. Kira
Halsung or Sita,
kirang samjena.
Hake.
No. Dikapte kundu tour kande me.
Takundu to Kaimet, Hutu Marwas, Yinaka Tela, Yino Tensanda Mandayak, Petinangres, Lekun Samal, Nimas Kahi Gil Pechen, Leger Regular Karchudu, cigarettes.
At that time, he knows that His Holiness was very concerned about establishing this exile government, and he used to make rounds in the office and individually see how things are going on and check on every person.
The boss came to the office to ask, how are you? How's your
Yes.
department and everything?
Perazi Samazigger.
Yes, and he also used to check what they did.
How did people react to have their spiritual teacher become so comfortable in an ordinary workplace?
아니, 되게 레저스 가르삼고요. 그래서 군대도 스페트 전에.
Pet Tahianada, any sosu leka to Pemes Zaza, Kitchen cigarettes, and Tangi Hubana Yikatilla, Parukala, Jag to Suyine, and the Persive Ranzen that the Nixon Lomato Yanakakeo.
At that time, everyone had a sort of determination to, whatever they were doing, they were really, really well established and determined to do whatever task they were given. And whenever His Holiness is in the presence, it's kind of like fear and respect and everything
And
mixed up, so it's kind of hard to
Combination.
describe. Yeah.
Yeah, fear and awe
Yeah.
and pride, maybe,
Yeah,
happiness.
pride, yeah, happiness.
Happiness, do you have any favorite memories of His Holiness dropping by the office in those days? Any sweet
캐롤라기
memories?
냠뉴 구두 페베 갑데르게 냠뉴직 팅도 해서.
Take it.
Yes. 간데 가르쳐 줬어.
Bangela said do Pedu Chan Karkarchi, those Jenny, the country number Matsi Petty Society, but to some Shembe Shugood, Behianados.
Sometimes he was questioned one time, how's things going on, and when he presented what he was doing, it kind of there was kind of what to say, not disappointment but fear, and he wasn't quite sure whether it's.
He was presenting
Yes,
it to His
so it
Holiness.
was kind of a
A little nervous,
nervous, yes.
presenting it to him.
Any captilla, 아주 이다 뒤뒤지 휴나 스사 히부체 오레스 로순 도라
나
로순 도라
알아요.
베트 히부치 스사 오레스 제디 메기 이게 주당 리고 나고다 파츠 이게 인조베 이고 참마 베 잔체 자자지는 바지 쉬메베지야 에든 휴마 이게 드나 파주젠 엔테가 이게 뜻 파츠 때야마도 베트 이고지 테마보 베쇼다에 두지
At that time, everyone was very, because we didn't have the financial resources to do everything. So we made use of everything last along. Like even, for instance, an envelope. Whenever we get a letter from a sponsor or any individual, we use the same envelope to file it and do everything. Put the same letter and reply it.
In the
And,
same
yeah,
one, I see.
and it's
Economical.
Yeah, economical.
Very.
And budget, they were in really tight budget at that time.
I understand you would be a little nervous when His Holiness came, but what kind of a boss was he when he came into the office? Was he friendly or strict or angry? What kind of a boss?
딱 근데 다 알아서 직 랭게서 챌레나 백업라 다 도스체네 페걸 와 삼성 필전에 아니 결라기 다 레저 샴바스고 삼주나 간데도서 근데 페드전에 직 잠베톤에 되는 것도에 주비톤는 것도
잠베서 라나게
신하다
나 소소도 현안제르마도 센딩을 가르스는 땅 아주 뱀메스가 가와장보이 이긴도 분들이 양지에 봤산 가보지 그래서.
Well, we didn't consider him as like a boss or anything like that. Whenever he came, it's like a pride for us. It's a blessing. And whenever he presented himself, it was in a very peaceful way, very gentle way. The only thing is that because of his status, we feel very nervous and.
Right. I can understand that. So, Lobsang La, how long did you stay a monk?
아니, 잡았더니 주름을 쉬어.
아니, 지도 이제 쭉쭉 레슨 다기 휴송아. 다 쭉쭉 레기도 받아 잡아서 그랬어.
Then 68, then he had to give up.
1968.
그래서
나 쭉쭉 레기.
죽주나게.
쭉쭉 레슨 다기 마.
말이 죽주나게 쉬어.
말해. 지도 이제 쭉쭉 레슨 레지 거 주송아.
좋아.
다 쭉쭉 레기 되바네. 엔 잡아서 그랬어.
어디지? 68.
쭉쭉 레기. 쭉쭉 레기.
죽주나게.
기동 그자 쭉쭉 레기.
64. 아니 죽주나게 시. 죽주나게. At 1964, he gave up his monk.
Okay.
As a monk.
And then what happened in your life after that?
디젤라니 칼님유 갈사는 봐서.
다 아니 냐뇨 보고 소시온체야.
And he became a family man, take care of his kids.
보고 따도체야. 따도스 냐뇨 사바르스.
And how many kids did you have?
아.
5.
5 children, okay. And what was the highest, Tibetan government office that you ever held in the new Tibetan government? What was the highest office?
아니 기르라 기랑이 차례 배숑 차례 나와. 아니 차례 나베 갑라 배숑기 그와도 차례나 봐서 가리터 가네이네 가리네 지금 봐.
알레. 따테네 디 당기 휴야디 주도 토말레지 주도 레지 휴마. 따티 지엘이야. 주도 중치 제브레스 섹레. 데네 단난데 beginning on the Gayo Chen to Adelaide Sadu, Yangsha Pasho Sun Chen, and the Newtoni Pasho Sun, Newton Upward, and Tiniba, Goyanas to Stars.
The country Tibet number of Akarsa. Chidotone.
La.
Tamade Kadiko.
Ah, the Newton Upward.
You don't know about Karnashure.
And Tiniba. Yung Tinga to Swan Tinga.
Tinga. Justice.
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 The Yinobrakoyana.
Department of Justice.
That
was his last post, yes.
Your last post was Department of Justice?
Yes.
Were you the Chief Justice?
Justice Sumiori. Sumland Jiri. Chief Justice Mari.
There were three of them, three of us.
Three justices.
So I was one among them.
Did you, what were the duties in that job?
The lenge khareres.
There is that country to Nienda, Tendishuna, Tusugilia, and Trambo Chen. Chea?
So anytime there's some cases, and to solve the problem, to see which is,
Like a legal case or a criminal case?
And some
The Karsawuri.
the
Communists and other Valkarsa. Knocking.
criminals
Communists and Chichu.
Kumaja Mise.
Oh, Tendishichu,
No, not that.
There is Shitank country. Erwal.
Shungde Tola.
Tayundu in a Messan Sosa in a Giglia Jig. Benat and the young kid and Tingan the Kichi, Goye Carriorsena. Minyanchu Jobel Tutsu.
Like abuse or, family problems, domestic problems.
Domestic problems?
Yes, domestic problems.
Were you given training and learning how to be a good justice?
Did you the Lobsang Khedup?
David Pigapal, let's do think the Digi. Think Digi Mamboy or the Ragizunchis Lagachigoya, the Social Wars.
So when I was given this position, there's some sort of rules and regulations. I had to follow that.
I see. What would be just a sample of typical kinds of cases that would come before you?
Mangche nedan harida utneledusa.
Manchewa delegre Karhiurta. That deep Karsur Pena Chugandu Saning Kanjusarobo.
Chuchugundu.
Oh, Chugaruni Chabra, the Saning Kanjusarobo. That the Dick Miss Mampachagoris.
Like there are rivals between Tibetan
Freedom fighters?
tribes, freedom fighters, and
Tribes? Freedom fighters?
Yes. Yeah, mostly some sort of that sort of
Any young
misunderstanding.
Yam Kahi, Mesan Kahiki, Mesa Kahi, Tutsu Danchen, Soso Kawanteria, Tandema Javas, Pova Sorobo, the Dick Kanjamabo.
Sometimes some frauds going between families, land, it could be property, land, whatever.
Were these rules that you had with the Tibetan government before the Chinese invaded the country, and you were just continuing the same rules?
Tanda Chamdul jorwa, Rakshingi Dogoya jorwa. Di nyama pe mashoko ne yore, di savas puni. Yes, before the Chinese came.
Was there ever any, in terms of punishment for crimes, starting at the hardest, was there ever capital punishment in Tibet for serious crimes?
Gedi nezu tapena dogo ne chombrjina da misada ne chombrjina and dela tim yorvesa pelina.
Bulgar.
Yes.
There was.
Yes.
What kind of crime?
Tim career sa tapena misada dawsin.
That Messeval never cheval.
For example, a murder case.
Nalare. Never cheval ya Messit Hall de Goya.
It could be life imprisonment.
다 세야 지금 말이지.
but it won't be death.
Oh, the person was never put to death,
No.
but life in prison.
Like,
I see. Okay. Is there anything else about your work that you think would be interesting to share with people in years to come?
Khedup chirangi nyamnyu sawa chirangi chale number tandobodo chale number ge peshungi chale number dusane. Tadi mimazu hakona chokbai hakona yabudu samsat ne yuna solar jisa.
간디스.
Tapena chirangi peshungi chale narba lotomna dige. Dina that chale number kaptela chirangi nyamnyu sa jorba. Chirangi that peshung ran nyamnyu sa. O nyamnyu sawa no chirangi that dindechik kasureta ngelega chevati mima ineri kasure chirangi share deba yona disonrona sa
알레. 또 옛날에 교회에서 간다르 조디 맞지 이노 우티 란던 나바나 이체네 아니 소소 메리다 데릭 던달이야 and the campaign giving lega ngikucheya.
He said he doesn't have a specific thing to describe or say, but since that
campaign giving
I'm working on in command of His Holiness the Dalai Lama, whatever I do, I try to perform whatever duty I have been given, truthfully, honestly,
아니
and
장대
with determination.
장대 장보제 장대제야. 아니 때나 이게 지게 가수래. 소소 강나 강상기 려단전 아니 집에 된다자 두스 제비이나 디 녜냐뇨잔 소소 메시들 강에다 누구 가에 용문도 스텐데 펜도 첨부 소소린도
I also feel
때나 이
that-
마음 반나니 다 남비나 야보 연구를 생각도
And also I feel that if I work whatever duties I've been given, and if I do it honestly and with full determination, then I don't think whoever's given a government job like this, which I had, if I do it with full determination and with no strings attached or anything like that, no, I think it would be successful.
What are your hopes and wishes for Tibet?
Khedup chirangi pöden thola ra kariyusa.
네 저ვალ이야 이긴노버 란드 나바 나잉게 아니 아주 디 가수거래 우메람리야 고예 나마 나이게 주나 야버선 도스 데 용에 이때인데 용을 사망아 이치야요.
My hope is whatever as His Holiness wishes that we follow the middle path, and I think that's the right way to be, and someday it will, be a benefit for us.
Could you tell us, briefly describe what you mean by the middle path?
Ume lamse dik yawochi chik deshes yarochis.
알레 멜라스나 데레스 단다 아주 미리테 재미 고라 데바라 아주 베베기 미리기 최다 리용 공시 데나이기 디어발 카르수르타 소소 라와 데데 여베치 데 투레낭고레스 데 슈미나 엔디도 상고레스.
Middle path, what I mean is that we Tibetans have the full right to practice our religion, culture, and even though we have to be under the rule of the Communist Chinese, if we have the right to our religion, and freedom.
And Rama.
And freedom. Then I think that's fine with us.
Would there be, if this was an opportunity for you to talk to the people of China, what would you like to tell them, the people of China?
또 재미 미마를 게디키라는 게 그 갈랍라나야기 고급시라 버리시나 키라는 재미 미마를 가르송 게 있어.
재미 메마라 아주 마라게 존로 재미 메마리아 마가 춘 메스 가르스나 아주 나이 고즈 메마 냥데요레스 아주 냐야 티베티장레스 틴자 아주 강에 세야 나이 고즈 야 강에 세투나 삼백 메티 코란스 라비네 라야이 다가라와이스.
Well, I would, if I had the opportunity to tell the Chinese people, I would say the same thing, because I know that they experienced the same, they suffered the same consequences as the communists did to them. And I have no hatred hatred towards them. It's the system that we are against. So.
메만티 자나 메만티 아주나 이간이 집어 요구르스 사야티 대가스 메스 당게 휴송하스 재미 아주 다야나 뭐 토쇼 오마티 날 라야 대가란 하고
Chinese officer giving us advice.
Yes, that he said he too suffered,
He too suffered.
and he didn't want you to suffer.
In this level. Yes, that's true.
He saved you. Well, thank you very much, Lobsang Lama.
아니 코나족이 단단 아주 베베고기 마음백 선자 토리아 페야다 딘릭치도 이는 공이 기준신 샬링 베 굴레카본 딘릭 토 센슈나 남바데 메니 타바니 투지.
And I would like to thank you also for doing such a wonderful job. And even though this is Holiness's wish, and your determination and your hard work, I really appreciate it. And thank you very much for doing this.